Football players who died during live matches. Imagine the roar of the crowd, the cheers of thousands, and then silence. A player collapses. No one moves. In that moment, excitement turns to shock and heartbreak. This video dives into the untold stories of footballers who died during live matches. These are brave athletes, 23-year-olds, teens, defenders, suddenly struck down in front of family, fans, and teammates. We'll uncover the real causes: silent heart defects, unseen viruses, even tragic head injuries. You'll meet players like Pier Mario Morosini, Juan Izquierdo, Mark Vivian Foe, and more. Their lives were cut short, but their stories taught the world about athlete safety, emergency care, and human resilience. Get ready for emotional moments, shocking facts, and inspiring lessons. Let's honor their memories together. This isn't just history, it's a call to remember, learn, and act. Number 1. Pier Mario Morosini, a gentle soul gone in an instant. What if a young footballer collapses seconds after scoring, and no one realizes he's dying? Pier Mario Morosini was a bright, kind-hearted midfielder from Italy. He grew up in hard times, losing both parents by age 17, but football gave him hope. At 25, he played for Livorno in Serie B on April 14, 2012. During a match against Pescara, he stumbled over the ball and collapsed. His teammates were stunned. He tried to get up, but collapsed again. Medics rushed in, but no defibrillator was used. Morosini was brought to the hospital, but he died before reaching it. The autopsy showed a serious heart defect, arrhythmogenic cardiomyopathy. This genetic condition can strike even healthy young athletes. It was just a hidden illness. His club retired his number 25, and the tribune at his hometown stadium now bears his name. Antonio Di Natale, a fellow football star, adopted his injured sister, promising to care for her, a moving sign of solidarity. Pier Mario's death shocked Italy. Fans held moments of silence before matches. Football officials reviewed emergency tools like defibrillators and trained more staff in CPR. This tragedy taught the game a crucial lesson. The demands of the sport must meet medical safety standards. Number 2. Juan Izquierdo, a family torn apart. How can a loving father and defender collapse in front of thousands, his newborn baby just days old? Juan Izquierdo was a proud defender for Uruguay's famed Club Nacional. At 27, he had just welcomed a new baby 10 days earlier. But on August 22, 2024, during a high-stakes Copa Libertadores match at São Paulo's Maracana Stadium, everything changed. In the 84th minute, he suddenly dropped to the ground. No collision, no warning, just fell silent. Medics rushed in at once, and he was taken by ambulance to São Paulo's Albert Einstein Hospital, entering the IQ with cardiac arrhythmia and brain swelling. 5 days later, on August 27th, Juan was pronounced dead. His mother revealed that a hidden virus had attacked his heart, triggered by the intense exertion on the field. He had shown no symptoms, no signs of illness, just the sudden collapse that shocked the world. His wife, Selena, lost her other half, as she tearfully shared. Their newborn son and toddler daughter lost their hero. Fans across South America mourned, and matches paused. Even Luis Suarez, his Uruguayan teammate, said, "Pain and sadness, may he rest in peace." Juan's story reminds us how fragile life can be, even for top athletes. His death prompted South American football authorities to pause play, review medical protocols, and install advanced emergency equipment at stadiums. Today, his memory lives on in efforts to protect players' hearts and save lives. If Juan's story moved you, please like this video, subscribe for more emotional football history, and comment, what safety improvements do you think football needs? Number 3. Tragic moments from India and Botswana. 2 more lives were cut short. one after scoring a goal, the other during training, and both ignited urgent change in football safety. A. Cristiano Jr. scored a goal, then died. On December 5, 2004, in Bangalore's Cantirava Stadium, Brazilian striker Cristiano Sebastião de Lima Jr. scored his second goal of the evening. Moments later, he collapsed, falling motionless to the turf. His teammates thought he was celebrating, but quickly realized something was wrong. He was rushed to Hosmet Hospital, but was pronounced dead on arrival. An autopsy confirmed sudden cardiac arrest as the cause of death. The tragedy sparked heartbreak across India. Fans watched in stunned silence as news spread. Fellow players, including Baishong Bhusha, pointed at the referee and goalkeeper, blaming the lack of medical presence. No doctor was on site, only physiotherapists. Afterward, Tempo retired Junior's number 10 shirt. More importantly, the AFF made defibrillators. Mandatory and insured teams had doctors present at matches. His final goal became a painful reminder. Even in victory, life can hang in the balance. B. Ofayoni Tyro, Botswana's president of rollers. In Botswana, winger Gofayoni President Tyro, aged 26, was a rising star playing for Township Rollers. On April 27, 2017, during a training session, he collapsed suddenly. Rushed to the hospital, he was declared dead on arrival. A post-mortem found a heart attack, likely caused by an enlarged or inflamed heart. His loss shook the nation. Rollers retired his number, and the Botswana Football Association launched a nationwide campaign for cardiac screening and required clubs to include doctors on match staff. Every year, fans hold toasts and tributes in his honor, remembering his speed, spirit, and smiles on the pitch. These tragedies share hard truths. Hidden conditions, like cardiomyopathy or swollen hearts, can strike young athletes without warning. Lack of emergency response at matches worsens outcomes. Their deaths acted as wake-up calls, forcing leagues to adopt mandatory defibrillators, cardiac scans, and medical staff. The price was high, but each life lost spurred reforms to save future players, making every pitch safer for those who follow. Number 4. Marc-Vivien Foe, Cameroon's tragic hero. A beloved midfielder battling fatigue, then collapsing under the stadium lights, shocking a nation and changing football forever. On June 26, 2003, at the Stade de Gerland Lyon, Cameroon midfielder Marc-Vivien Foe, aged 28, suddenly collapsed during the 72nd minute of the FIFA Confederations Cup semi-final against Colombia. Without contact or warning, he fell to the turf. "I saw him fall," recalled teammate Eric Jemba, "and we knew he was gone instantly." Medics tried to revive him on the pitch and in the medical center for 45 minutes, but his life slipped away. The world was stunned. Cameroon won 1-0, but the victory felt hollow. Fans watched in tears. FIFA President Sepp Blatter offered his condolences. Tributes poured in, and in silence, football mourned one of its own. A second autopsy confirmed the heartbreaking cause: hypertrophic cardiomyopathy, a silent and deadly thickening of the heart muscle. In 2003, screening for hidden heart conditions was rare. Foe's death became a turning point. Leagues began mandatory ECGs, echo tests, and installed on-site medical teams and defibrillators. West Ham United and others led national programs, saving lives today. Foe was more than a footballer. He was a beloved leader, a husband, and a father. His shirt number was retired by clubs. His son spoke to thousands in his honor. His death brought sweeping medical reforms in sport. Number 5. Patrick Ecking and Danny Yark. Tragedy on the pitch. 2 mid-match collapses. One during a Romanian playoff, the other during a peaceful preseason, both revealing shocking failures and leading to life-saving changes. A. Patrick Ecking. 7 minutes to disaster. On May 6, 2016, Cameroon midfielder Patrick Ecking, 26, entered a match for Dinamo Bucharest. Just 7 minutes later, he collapsed with no warning in the 69th minute of a televised league game against Viitorul Constanga. He was rushed to a hospital, but died less than 2 hours later from a suspected heart attack due to an undiagnosed enlarged heart. A government investigation exposed alarming negligence. An ambulance lacked a defibrillator, and resuscitation was delayed, prompting legal action. The ambulance doctor was later charged, and Romania suspended matches until emergency standards were improved. Ecking's death sparked FIFPro and Romanian Union demands for proper equipment and trained staff at every game. Dinamo retired his number 14 shirt, and fans honored him with tributes. His death triggered nationwide reforms in player safety and medical preparedness. B. Dani Yark, sudden loss of a captain. Espanyol captain Dani Yark, 26, collapsed in his hotel in Italy on August 8, 2009, during a preseason tour. He was on the phone with his girlfriend when he suffered a sudden heart attack. Despite immediate CPR and defibrillation by club doctors and Italian paramedics, he couldn't be revived and died after an hour-long attempt. Yark's passing stunned Spain. Espanyol returned home in mourning, wearing black armbands and observing a minute of silence. His death, following Antonio Porta's earlier collapse, prompted the Spanish league to mandate defibrillators and medical personnel at all matches across all divisions. His club named a stadium gate after him, and a bronze statue was later installed. Yark's tragic loss ensured emergency medical gear and procedures became standard in Spain's football system, transforming safety for future generations. These heartbreaking stories highlight hidden dangers, undetected heart conditions, and critical lapses in emergency response. Yet, out of grief came action. Better screenings, mandatory defibrillators, and medical staff became the norm, saving countless future lives. Nation in mourning, Spain paused matches and observed nationwide tributes following a series of sudden deaths during matches. Following Yark's death, La Liga mandated defibrillators and medical personnel at every level of Spanish club football. Tributes and memorials. Espanyol named the training ground after him and unveiled a bronze statue. Teammates like Cesc Fabregas and Andres Iniesta often honored him during celebrations, ensuring Yark is remembered both on and off the pitch. Why these stories matter? Ecking and Yark's deaths exposed terrifying gaps in emergency response. But from betrayal and tragedy came vital change. New rules saved countless players by ensuring medical teams, screenings, and equipment are now mandatory. Their legacies live on in every heartbeat, safe on every football pitch. If these stories moved you, please like this video, subscribe for more heartfelt football history, and comment below which player's memory touched you most and what safety change do you support? Number 6. Global tragedies and safety breakthroughs. From Europe to Africa and Latin America, young footballers continue to collapse. Powerful stories of loss driving vital safety changes. A. Valor -1933, Iceland. In June 1933, Valor's goalkeeper collided with an opponent and later suffered a cerebral hemorrhage, passing away 4 days after the match. His death prompted Icelandic clubs to enforce better protocols for head injuries and strict recovery periods for players with concussions. B. Rafael Duamna to 2023, Ghana and Albania. Ghanaian striker Rafael Duamna collapsed during an Albanian league match in November 2023. Despite having an internal defibrillator implanted, Duamene suffered sudden cardiac arrest after his device was removed in January 2023. He sadly died while being rushed to the hospital. At age 28, his death caused Albania to postpone all sports events and sparked renewed calls for stricter health checks and full-year fitness monitoring. C. Youth player tragedies. Even teenage footballers are affected. Andrew Sarakinis collapsed in the Philippines, dying shortly after hospital transfer. Croatian teen Martin Filipčić collapsed mid-game, despite expressing discomfort before kickoff. He passed away soon after arrival at the hospital. These tragedies drive initiatives for mandatory medical checks in youth leagues, ensuring coaches and parents never downplay warning signs. These heartbreaking incidents span decades and continents, but share the same lesson. No age, no league is immune. Whether goalkeeper or youth player, without proper health screenings and emergency access, football pitches can become danger zones. These young lives lost are heartbreaking and preventable. Number 7, the road ahead, safety, reforms, and moving forward. Tragedy steals young lives, but each heartbreak sparked changes that could save countless future athletes. A. Life-saving reforms triggered by loss. Each tragic death eking. Yark, Foe, Duamna taught football a painful lesson: the need for medical readiness. Romania and Spain mandated defibrillators and trained medics at all professional matches. Cameroon, India, Uruguay, and now Albania have all implemented heart screening programs after these deaths. FIFA and national federations now require ECGs, echocardiograms, and emergency protocols before players step on the field. B. Youth leagues and global standards. Youth football players once lacked even basic first aid. But after teens like Martin Filipčić and Andrew Sarakinis died, medical kits, CPR training, and coach certifications became common in youth programs across Europe and Asia. No longer a luxury, these safeguards are now essential to protect young players worldwide. C. Stories that inspire change. Surviving teammates, grieving families, and fans have become champions of safety. After Eking's death, Dinamo erected a memorial and launched a fund for cardiac training. Espanyol named their training ground after Yark, and annual tributes remind Spanish clubs to stay prepared. In Albania, matches paused for Duamna, and clubs now enforce year-round fitness monitoring. These stories transformed empty memorials into catalysts for life-saving action and created a legacy that goes beyond grief. Football unites us. These tragic stories remind us that every heartbeat matters more than every goal. Players, coaches, parents, and officials, we're all responsible for keeping the beautiful game safe. Talk to your club. Ask for screenings. Embrace emergency drills. Because when tragedies strike, it's not just about mourning, it's about learning, protecting, and honoring those we've lost. If these stories moved you, please like this video to honor their memories, subscribe to spread awareness, and comment. What safety step will you support in football today? Thank you so much for watching. Let's carry these lessons forward, because every player deserves a safe match and every heartbeat deserves protection.